Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my Simple English podcast. I am Mark, and today I am feeling a lot of energy.
Hi, Mark, and hello to all our listeners. Why do you have so much energy today? Did you drink too much coffee?
Maybe a little coffee, Sarah, but it is actually the topic. Today, we are traveling across the ocean, in our minds, to one of the most famous cities in the world.
Oh, I know where we are going. We are going to the city that never sleeps. Today, we are talking about the streets of New York.
Yes, New York City, also known as the Big Apple. It is a place of tall buildings, bright lights, and very busy streets.
In this episode, we will teach you the English words for everything you see on a New York street. We will talk about the taxis, the skyscrapers, the food, and the people.
We will also learn some common phrases to help you move around the city like a local.
So put on your most comfortable walking shoes. Let's start our walk. Mark, when you first stand on a street in New York, what is the first thing you notice?
It is the noise. New York is a very loud city. You hear cars, you hear people talking, and you hear sirens.
Ah, yes. The police cars and the fire trucks, they make a lot of noise. And of course, you hear the horns.
The car horns, beep, beep. Drivers in New York are very impatient. They love to honk their horns.
And if you look up, you see the skyscrapers.
Skyscrapers, that is a great English word. It means a building so tall it looks like it scrapes the sky.
Like the Empire State Building or the One World Trade Center. They are made of glass and steel. They make the streets feel like deep canyons.
Now, let's look at the cars on the street. In New York, one color is everywhere: yellow.
The yellow cabs. A cab is another word for a taxi.
If you want a taxi, you stand on the curb, that is the edge of the sidewalk, and you raise your hand. We call this hailing a taxi.
Hailing a taxi. It looks so cool in the movies, but many people in New York don't use taxis. They walk on the sidewalk.
In the UK, they call it the pavement, but in New York, it is the sidewalk. It is the place for people to walk away from the cars.
The sidewalks are always crowded. You see business people in suits, tourists with cameras, and street performers.
If you want to cross the street, you must look for the crosswalk.
In the US, the lights don't say red and green for people. They have a white hand for stop and a walking man for go.
But be careful, some people in New York do jaywalking.
Jaywalking. That means crossing the street when the light is red, or crossing in the middle of the street. It is not legal, but many people do it because they're in a hurry.
Everything in New York is fast. People walk fast and they talk fast.
And they eat fast. That is why street food is so popular.
Oh, I love New York street food. On almost every corner, you see a food cart.
The most famous is the hot dog stand. You can buy a hot dog with mustard and onions for just a few dollars.
And don't forget the pretzels, the big, salty, soft pretzels. They smell so good when you're walking.
And in the morning, everyone has a cup of coffee in their hand and maybe a bagel.
A bagel with cream cheese. It is the classic New York breakfast. You eat it while you walk to the subway.
The subway, that is the train system under the streets. It is the fastest way to travel in the city.
In London, they say the tube. In Paris, they say the metro. But in New York, it is always the subway.
You look for the green lights at the entrance on the sidewalk. You go down the stairs and you enter a different world.
It is hot, it's busy, and it's a little bit dirty, but it is the heartbeat of the city.
Now, Mark, New York is not just streets. It has a very famous park in the middle.
Central Park. It is like a big green lung in the center of the city.
When you're in the park, the streets feel far away. It's quiet. You can see trees, lakes, and even horses.
But as soon as you walk out of the park, you are back on Fifth Avenue.
Fifth Avenue is famous for shopping. It has all the most expensive shops in the world.
We call this window shopping. That is when you look at the beautiful things in the windows, but you don't buy anything because they are too expensive.
I do a lot of window shopping, Mark. It's free and it's fun.
Another very bright place is Times Square.
Oh, Times Square. It is the center of the theater district.
There are so many neon signs and big screens. Even at midnight, it is as bright as noon.
People call it the center of the universe. There are thousands of people there every day.
And close to Times Square is Broadway. That is where all the big musical shows happen.
Mark, do you think the streets of New York are dangerous?
In the movies, they sometimes look scary, but in real life, if you stay on the main streets and stay alert, it is generally safe.
Stay alert means to pay attention to what is around you. Don't look at your phone all the time while you walk.
That is good advice for any city. Now, let's do some shadowing practice with our New York vocabulary.
Repeat after us, listeners. Try to sound like a New Yorker.
I want to hail a yellow taxi.
The skyscrapers are very tall.
Let's buy a hot dog at the food cart.
Where is the nearest subway station?
I love walking in Central Park.
Times Square is very bright at night.
Don't do jaywalking. Wait for the light.
Fifth Avenue is great for window shopping.
Excellent. You are ready to walk down Broadway now.
Mark, we have talked about the upstairs of New York, the buildings and the taxis, but the city is also built on grids.
That is a very important word for tourists, a grid.
The streets in New York are mostly straight lines. They have numbers.
Yes, you have streets and you have avenues.
Streets usually go east and west. Avenues go north and south.
So it is very easy to find your way. You can say, the shop is on 42nd Street and 7th Avenue.
It is like a giant map on the ground. You don't get lost easily.
And New York is famous for its neighborhoods.
A neighborhood is a small area of the city with its own personality.
Like Little Italy, where you find the best pasta, or Chinatown, where the streets are full of markets and fish and fruit.
Or Soho. Soho is famous for art galleries and beautiful old buildings with iron stairs on the outside.
Those iron stairs are called fire escapes. You see them in every New York movie.
People sometimes sit on the fire escapes to get some fresh air or to grow plants.
It is a very classic New York look.
Mark, what about the people? New York is a melting pot.
Melting pot. That means people from every country in the world live there together.
You can hear 100 different languages just by walking 10 blocks.
And everyone is a New Yorker. It doesn't matter where you were born. If you live on those streets, you belong to the city.
It is a very welcoming feeling, even if the city is busy and loud.
And the energy. There's a vibe. A vibe is a feeling or an atmosphere.
The vibe of New York is ambition. Everyone is there to do something big. Everyone is moving toward a goal.
It makes you want to move fast too.
But sometimes you need to stop and look at the street art.
Yes, there are amazing murals painted on the sides of buildings.
And the street musicians. You might see a man playing a grand piano in the middle of Washington Square Park.
Or a group of people dancing in the subway station. The talent on the streets is incredible.
You don't need to pay a ticket to a show. The show is happening all around you for free.
That is the magic of the city.
Now, Mark, we have covered so much about Manhattan, the center of New York.
But New York has 5 boroughs.
A borough is like a big district. There is Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, and Staten Island.
Each one has its own streets and its own style.
Brooklyn is very popular now. It has the famous Brooklyn Bridge.
You can walk across the bridge. It takes about 30 minutes. You get a beautiful view of the skyline.
The skyline is the shape of all the buildings against the sky. At sunset, it is the most beautiful thing in the world.
I agree. I could talk about these streets for hours.
Me too. There are so many stories in every building and on every corner.
We want to keep this journey going because New York is too big for just a short talk.
We have more secrets about the city that never sleeps and more tips for your future trip.
You are right, Sarah. We cannot stop now. We haven't even talked about the steam.
The steam, that is such a famous New York sight. You see white smoke coming out of orange and white pipes in the middle of the street.
It looks like a movie scene. It is actually part of a giant heating system under the city. It adds to the mysterious feeling of the streets at night.
And what about the steamers and the street cleaners?
Yes, the city never sleeps, so the cleaning never stops. At night, you see big trucks with giant brushes washing the streets.
And you see the garbage trucks. Because there are so many people, there's a lot of trash.
In New York, people put their trash bags right on the sidewalk for the trucks to collect. It is a little different from other cities where trash is hidden in bins. In New York, it is right there on the street.
Let's talk about the street lights. They're tall and green or black, and at night, the walk and don't walk signs glow brightly.
And the steam shovels and construction. It feels like New York is always building something new. You always see workers in orange vests and yellow hard hats.
We call this construction work. There's always a work in progress sign somewhere.
If you walk down a street, you might see a scaffold.
A scaffold is a temporary metal structure over the sidewalk. It protects people from construction above. It feels like walking through a tunnel.
Now let's talk about a very special New York sound, the subway grate.
Oh, I know that. When you walk on the sidewalk, sometimes you walk over a metal grid.
And when the train passes underneath, you feel the wind and hear the rumble.
The rumble, it's a deep shaking sound. It reminds you that there's a whole world living under your feet.
New York is a city of levels. The subway below, the streets in the middle, and the skyscrapers above.
And don't forget the rooftops.
In the summer, people go to rooftop bars or rooftop gardens to escape the heat of the streets.
It's the best place to see the city lights. Everything looks like diamonds from up there.
Sarah, if a listener goes to New York, what is one street rule they should know?
My rule is keep moving.
That is a good one. New Yorkers are busy. If you stop in the middle of the sidewalk to look at a map, people will bump into you.
Yes, if you need to check your phone or your map, move to the side, near a building. Don't block the flow of the people.
And my rule is wear comfortable sneakers. You will walk 5 or 10 miles without even knowing it.
That is so true. Your feet will be tired, but your heart will be happy.
Well, Sarah, our walk through the streets of New York is coming to an end for today.
We learned about skyscrapers, yellow cabs, subways, and street food.
We learned about the grid system, the neighborhoods, and the vibe of the city.
And we practiced our English with some great shadowing sentences.
We hope you feel like you have visited the Big Apple with us today.
If you have ever been to New York, tell us, what was your favorite street?
And if you haven't been there yet, what do you want to see first? Times Square, Central Park, or a hot dog stand?
Write your answer in the comments. We love to read them.
Thank you for listening to My Simple English podcast. You are doing a wonderful job learning English.
Remember, every word you learn is like a step on a New York street. Keep moving forward.
Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed our trip.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mark.
See you in the next episode.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.